Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast of All Things Sports with Mike Davis. I thank you for including my podcast into your day. If you're listening on Spotify, follow the podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Go to the Facebook page to get in contact with the show for comments or suggestions. I won't take up much more of your time. Let's get into it. Urban Meyer has agreed to become the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Meyer won 3 national championships and has a college record of 187 and 32 record. Now, that's including stints at Bowling Green, Utah, Florida, and Ohio State. He won 2 of those titles with the Gators in 06 and 08. And then he led the Gators to a 65-15 record in 6 seasons. Now, he also led the Buckeyes to the 2014 national title and compiled an 83-9 record in 7 years at Ohio State. Now, Myers will be the 6th head coach in the Jaguars' history, replacing Doug Marrone, who was fired January 4th after the Jaguars finished their worst season in franchise history at 1-15. Now, Marrone had a 25-44 record, including his playoffs in 4 seasons with the Jaguars. Now, the Jaguars gave up a franchise record of 492 points last season, becoming the 5th team since the NFL expanded to a 16-game schedule in 1978 to allow at least 20 points in every game. Now, I will admit to you, I don't like it, flat out. I just don't like it. I don't have trust. I don't have faith in college guys who have been lifetime college guys or either very successful college guys coming over to the pro game. A lot of the times it just doesn't work. Now, it seems like Jacksonville is trying to hit lightning in a bottle, but I don't see it. I just don't see it, And the job looks very attractive, I'm not going to lie. If you're a head coach and you see what you have to work with Jacksonville, you can bring in a lot of your own guys because it has a kind of a late 80s Cowboys feel to it when Jimmy Johnson became the head coach and he traded Herschel Walker to the Vikings for 87 picks, It feels like that because Jacksonville I believe they have the most picks coming up in this year's draft. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. But they have a lot of picks, and I believe they have over $70 million in cap space, which is crazy to think of. So Urban Meyer has agreed to become the Jaguars head coach. I don't like it because I don't like college guys switching up, going to the NFL. And 9 times out of 10, it just doesn't work out. And if you don't believe me that it doesn't work out, you can ask Nick Saban how that turned out for him when he coached the Dolphins. If you don't want to ask him, you can ask Steve Spurrier about how that worked out for him when he coached the team formerly known as the you-know-what, but they now go by the Washington football team. All right, another coaching change up in, let's go to New York. Robert Saleh, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He has agreed to coach the New York Giants. Now, the Jets, not the Giants. This is the problem when you have teams playing in the same building. You confuse the two. The Jets, excuse me. The New York Jets are coming off one of their worst seasons in franchise history, having reached an agreement with San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh to be their next head coach. Now, Saleh is expected to take 49ers passing game coordinator Mike LaFleur. Now, he is the brother of Green Bay Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. And this is what is being put out there. Now, Saleh, who is of Lebanese American, will join Brian Flores of the Miami Dolphins, Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh Steelers, Ron Rivera of the Washington football team as the active minority head coaches in the NFL. Now, the Niners will receive 2 third-round compensatory picks as part of the NFL's new hiring initiatives to incentivize an expansion of the candidate pool. Now, Saleh spent 4 seasons as the Niners coordinator, inheriting the last-ranked defense in yards allowed and helping transform it into a top 5 unit in the past 2 seasons. Now, despite a rash of injuries this year, his defense finished 5th in yards and 17th in scoring just this past season. Now, before the Niners, Saleh served as a defensive assistant with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Seattle Seahawks, and Houston Texans. Now, in scheme and personality, they're saying that he's closely aligned with Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll. My opinion on this story is I don't know if it's a good hire because it's the Jets. I'm just saying. It's the New York Jets, and you don't know what you're going to get. So, when it comes to the New York Jets, I don't I don't know what to trust. I mean, so yeah, I don't know if it's a good hire because it's the Jets. It's the New York Jets. This is the same team that hired Rich Kotite. If you don't know who Rich Kotite is, look him up. I believe he's selling cars now. That's all I'll say. So, yeah, look. Good luck to him. Good luck to Robert Saleh. Glad he got a job as a head coach with the Jets. But a lot of these guys, like this guy, what I don't like is they put themselves in a position where it's almost like you're going to fail. It's almost like, and I know guys, being promoted to a head coach somewhere is a lot of coaches' dream job. But sometimes you shouldn't really rush to take certain jobs just because it's something that you want to do, because you're more than likely being set up to fail. And that's how I look at the New York Jets job. I don't know really internally, what's going on with the Jets. And I'm not a Jets fan. I don't follow the Jets. But a lot of times, these young head coaches, they put themselves in a position, to fail. I would rather have the Falcons head coaching job than the New York Jets. At least I have some pieces to work with. I mean, the Falcons are now notoriously, they're notorious for blowing big leads, but there are pieces there. I don't know what you have with the New York Jets. So we'll see what happens. I'm not really big on it, but good luck to them. Good luck to all the people who have gotten head coaching jobs. All right, so look, that's all I got for you today, folks. I thank you for including my podcast into your day. If you're listening on Spotify, follow the podcast. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. Go to the Facebook page, get in contact with the show for comments or suggestions. You've been listening to All Things Sports with Mike Davis. And remember, it's your world. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm out. Peace.
You're listening to All Things Sports with Mike Davis.